Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when attacking like damages. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic.
All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Minnesota Vikings. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Got it? 53, Mike, let's go.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Get wide.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Credit the tackle to Jalen Holmes.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down, Cleveland. Good, 20. Check, walk 54.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
180. Run. Keystone,
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield forced out to his left, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Solomon Thomas, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Cook running right. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
90, Wolf.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
180. Check. Walk 54. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. King.
Mayfield on first down. Going up top. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Browns 14, Vikings nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 32.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here we go on second and 12. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Break that. 220. 54 Mike. Coming to you. Coming to you.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On first and 10, Mayfield. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again, Mayfield on second and 10. His throw incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got his man. That's Landry. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
A first down throw from Mayfield. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Joe Schobert. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, alert.
First down, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Damian Ratley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 3rd. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They're going to look to throw. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second and a couple, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Mayfield finding Beckham. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on second down, Mayfield. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over at their own 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Check. Recon, 132 fighter. Shoot.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. It's our time. Let's get it.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Two draw Corker. Squeeze, double. Check. Lucky. Hit it.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Ready? 60 out more. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Five.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jannard Avery able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. By the way, 3rd quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. And it's the Steelers who've moved out in front in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Browns drive about to get started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
You're not ready.
Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing, Mayfield. Catch made by Slayton. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on it and then let him run.
He's got some space. Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
180. So we got man.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, and it's 3rd and short.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
180. 54. Watch the run.
From the gun, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They run again with Jackson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Switch. Shift. Protein spill.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Landry now on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Got a man, Slayton. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Good. 180. Mike's by 4. Come on, boy.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch 54. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Here's Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. We'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here I go.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
The Vikings on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then gets it with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. That's complete to Slayton. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They run again with Hunt. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A run for Nick Chubb. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the pressure legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
And it's caught. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Browns 49.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
it's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Ready. 53, check 53. 5.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. They're practicing the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Chubb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they